Hello friends, welcome to medical parasitology lecture. In this video tutorial we are going to discuss introduction part of medical parasitology. Before we get started, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share, and indeed you will be blessed. Thank you. Let's get started. We are going to start this lecture by definition of terms. The first term we are going to look is medical parasitology. Medical parasitology simply means the study and medical implication of parasites that affect or infect human beings. We will know more about these parasites which are infecting human beings and their effects and their clinical implications. Term number 2 is a parasite. A parasite is a living organism that requires or acquires some of its basic nutritional requirements through its intimate contact with another living organism. For instance, a parasite may be simple unicellular protozoa or complex multicellular protozoa. The second or the third term is metazoa. Metazoa is a multicellular organisms. An example is helminths, that is the worms and arthropods like ticks and lice. A vector is a living carrier. It can be an arthropod that transport pathogenic organisms from an infected to an uninfected host. An example of this one is malaria carrier, that is female anopheles mosquito, which transmits malaria. A parasite, as we have said it is an organism that acquires some of its basic nutritional requirements through intimate contact with another living organism. As we have said, we can categorize a parasite either by the number or if its membrane is bound. For instance, we can have eukaryotic, those ones with well-defined chromosomes in membrane-bound nucleus. All parasitic organisms lie here. They are eukaryotes. We have prokaryotes, those ones that do not have nuclear membrane. An example is bacteria. Then we have protozoa. A protozoa is an unicellular organism. An example is Plasmodium, which causes malaria. Let's look at types of parasites. In categorizing parasites, it can be categorized by where it is found. On basis of where it is found or where it lives in an host, we have a number of types. Type number 1 is ectoparasite. From the term ecto, ecto means on the surface. So ectoparasites are those parasites or are those parasitic organisms that live on the surface, on the outer surface of its host. An example is a tick. When you look at the surface of an organism, you'll find a tick, maybe a lice or a mite. Then we have another example of parasite, that is endoparasites. An endoparasite are those parasites that live inside, from the word endo. Endo means inside. An example is Entamoeba histolytica, which causes amoebasis. Then we have those ones obligatory parasites are those ones that completely depend on host and can survive. This obligatory parasite is an example based on the relationship between the parasite and the host. We also have another one, that is a facultative parasite. It is a parasite that exhibits both parasitic and non-parasitic mode of living. Hence, it does not absolutely depend on parasitic way of life. It can depend on both of them. Then we have an accidental parasite. An accidental parasite are those ones that affect unusual hosts. Take, for example, Toxara canis, which is a parasite in a dog, but you realize that it affects human beings to cause rabies. Then we have temporary parasite. These ones are parasites that visits the host only on a specific time, especially maybe, for instance, a bedbug which visits man during the night. We have another type of parasite that is a permanent parasite. This one is just a parasite that live on an host without living. Then we have erratic parasites. These ones are those ones that wanders into an organ in which it cannot be, they are not easily to be found. Take for example when Entamoeba histolytica enters an organ like the liver. It will be very difficult to diagnose and it will be very difficult to get these parasites. Then we have another type of parasite known as opportunistic parasite. These ones are parasites that are capable of producing disease in immunocompromised people. Take for example those people who have AIDS or maybe have cancer. An example is Toxoplasma gondii. Then we have a zoonotic parasite. From the word zoo, okay, a zoo is a place where animals live. So these are parasites that primarily infect animal and it is transmittable to man or human beings. Example is Fasciola species. Let's look at another subtopic. We have the host, meaning and types. Thank you friends, thank you for your time. Join me in lecture 2. We're going to discuss about the host, meaning and types. Be blessed.